Well, Ruth and I had a very similar conclusion back in January, where we both felt the Prime Minister had clearly breached the rules, and that has been confirmed now by the Met Police with the issuing of the fine. But I also have to look at the situation in Ukraine right now. I have to look at what is happening in Europe, war between two sovereign countries, and for me that changes things. But I understand and accept that not everyone agrees with that. People can reach different conclusions, and I think that's something that's healthy in a democracy, something right now that's denied the people of Ukraine because of the illegal, unwarranted invasion by Vladimir Putin and his forces.
Do you not think Ruth Davidson's statement undermines your position? She's a former leader of the Scottish Conservatives. Is this not a sign that there maybe are Conservatives who don't agree with you, who feel you should stand down?
There are, and I know that from my mailbox, and we are entitled to come to different conclusions on this. This isn't an easy decision. I'm as angry as many people are about what happened in Downing Street a couple of years ago, angry about the initial responses from the Prime Minister and others, angry that we've got a Prime Minister who's received a fixed penalty notice. But I also can't ignore what's happening in Ukraine, and I can't ignore and I won't ignore what President Zelensky has said, which has been to single out Boris Johnson and the UK government in terms of the response to his country and the response in terms of supporting the people of Ukraine defend their country.
Do you not accept, though, that there is a political consensus in the UK across the parties for supporting Ukraine during this war? What is it specifically that you are afraid will happen if there is a challenge to the Prime Minister's leadership?
Well, the issue that I have the most concern over is the void that would be created, that we couldn't avoid because there is a leadership election process that takes several months. We know that from 2019, and that void only helps one person, and the person it helps is a war criminal in Vladimir Putin, and I will do nothing to help Vladimir Putin or his forces who are brutally murdering innocent men, women and children on a daily basis.
What about the Chancellor's position? He's been fined as well as Boris Johnson. He is not directly involved in the support for Ukraine. Why do you think he should?
Well, he is involved. This is a UK government response, and we know that the sanctions that were issued, through the Foreign Office, have to be discussed and decided with the Treasury. We know that the military assistance that is going to Ukraine comes at cost that the Chancellor has to be involved in. So this is a UK government response to what is happening in Ukraine. And again, I think we just need to continue with that stability, to continue to support President Zelensky and the people of Ukraine.
What questions do you still want answered from the Prime Minister and the Chancellor on partygate?
There's a clear difference to what they previously said in the Chamber to what they have now accepted with fixed penalty notices. I expect there to be statements in Parliament when it returns next Tuesday, and I expect many of these issues to be raised and hopefully answered.
If those answers aren't satisfactory, where will you go?
Well, I said at this time, when Ukraine is involved in this awful conflict with Russia and the UK are supporting them every step of the way, that to me is the most important thing. So I want to continue to show that support to the UK government in terms of their response to the situation in Ukraine.
And if this does come up on the doorsteps, what are you going to tell people who might be furious about what the Prime Minister?
That I share their fury, I share their anger. I'm not trying to minimise it or dismiss it in any way. I understand the strength of feeling. I know from speaking to people from my own mailbox that this is something that people are rightly angry about, but I also have to explain my position that I can't wish away a war in Europe. I've got to look at the situation in the round, and that's what I've done here.